Continue this evening's press conference. We have midfielder Jonny Shore. If we have any questions, please raise your hand. Go ahead, Christian.
Hey, Johnny, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Just kind of walk me through what it was like to kind of be back on the pitch tonight. Obviously, you guys go through such an extended break. Did you feel like there was a little rust that had to be shaken off, or were you guys able to kind of just get right back into it?
I think everyone was super excited. We've been in preseason, or the second part of preseason now, for almost a month. So we had games during that time. So everyone was just super excited to go out. And yeah, obviously at times maybe there's some rust, but you just have to play through it. And I think everyone did a really good job of grinding out this win.
Michael, Ander?
Hey, Johnny, great result tonight. Curious if you could just talk to us about your fitness and how you maintained, keeping in shape with that long break.
Oh, yeah. So I had a national team camp in between the break, so that helped me. And, I mean, we've all been back since June 18th. So we've been training and playing games for the last month and a half. So, yeah, I think everyone's pretty fit. Obviously, it takes time, but I think everyone's in a pretty good spot right now.
Michael Allen?
Yeah, Johnny, congratulations on the win tonight. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked the coach. How important was it for you to get out there and get this win tonight psychologically for the team, coming off this break and coming out of different camps and with the injuries and the new lineup and everything? How important was this 3 points on the road for you?
I think it's huge for us. Obviously, in the first half of the season, we dropped some points that maybe we shouldn't have. So we made it a point that we needed to start this break off with 3 points and just continue that. So I think for everyone it's huge. I think everyone did a great job of grinding out the win and working together as a team.
Matt?
Hey, Johnny, Matt Mangum, New York Soccer Journal. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask about Ben Traore, of course, made his debut today.
Yeah.
What's it been like getting to play with him so far, especially today on the pitch? What's it been like getting to know him and, playing with him as a new striker?
Oh, yeah, so he's been here for a week and a half now, and he's a big weapon in behind. He's good with the ball, and I think he'll be a massive addition for us. Obviously, it takes time for people to acclimate, but I think he's done a great job so far, and he's going to really help us for the rest of the season because he's a huge threat for the team, and, yeah, he's going to add goals and assists for us that we really need.
Trey?
Hey, Johnny, this is the first time we're really seeing Nico Mercado drop a little deeper into the midfield and start the game there. Can you talk a little bit about how your relationship is going to be working with him in the midfield going forward and how you guys have been preparing with him in a slightly different role?
Yeah, I think Nico's comfortable everywhere on the field, honestly, and it's really easy to play with him. He's such a good player, so I think, when he goes low, sometimes I can go high, so just playing off each other and playing off him. And I think him and Pereira could build a great relationship together.
Michael Ander?
Johnny, you just mentioned, new additions. Wanted to ask you about James Sands. Obviously, he's been with the team, but I can't remember if you've shared the field with him in the past. And what's it like, being a homegrown yourself and then playing alongside the first ever NYCFC homegrown?
He's such a great player. Obviously, I've trained with him when he was back at the club, but never actually played with him. And yeah, he brings top level experience from Europe. And like you saw today, he's a top player and he really helps the team out. And yeah, it's easy to play with him. He makes it easy for me.
Trey, you have another one?
Yeah, why not? On the broadcast, when you came off the field, Ian Joy said you're one of the more comfortable young midfielders he's seen, and you could drop you into any team in the world, and you'd be comfortable out there. Is that a quality you notice about yourself, and why do you think he sees that in you?
I just try to go out and play and enjoy and try to help the team out. Just go in with the mindset of doing everything I can to help the team and just being calm and trying to help the team when maybe the game is more chaotic. So I think maybe that's why.
Great. Thank you, everybody.
Recording stop.
Welcome to tonight's post-match press conference. After our game against Columbus Crew, we have head coach Pascal Jansen. If we have any questions, please raise your hand. We're going to start it with Matt, followed by Michael Allen.
Is the mute button on?
Matt? Can't hear you. Michael Allen, go ahead.
Sure. Hey, Coach.
Hey, Coach.
Congratulations
Matt
on the
Mangum, New
win
York
tonight.
Soccer Journal. Congrats on
Now
the
they're
win.
asking the same time.
Matt's going ahead. Go ahead, Matt.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello.
Matt, can you hear us? Go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, sorry about that.
No
hey,
worries.
Coach Matt Mangum, New York Soccer Journal. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Ben Traore, of course, made his debut tonight for the club. Just what were your thoughts on his performance and what you saw out of him so far in the game? Thank you.
Well, obviously, it was a tough one for him in an away game against Columbus, one of the better teams in the league, especially in possession. So seeing him out there competing, trying to find the right chemistry that we've been working on in the past few weeks, and finding the rhythm of what it takes to play in the MLS, that was interesting. So his first words were, "Phew, that's something else." It's very transitional. Very intense, and I enjoyed his play. We were hoping to get him to 60 minutes. It was in and around 55, if I'm not mistaken, but it's a good start for him.
Michael Allen.
Hey, Coach. Thanks for the time tonight. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, Michael.
With all the changes in the lineup tonight, and new players coming in and players being injured and whatnot, and then the big 2-month break for the World Cup, how important was it psychologically for the team just to get out there and get on the road and get this win tonight?
Yeah, it's massive. Like you mentioned yourself, there's two things in your question that are very important. It's the first game after a break, which is something that is not common in the MLS because of the World Cup. So the first game coming out of a break is very important, but also being on the road. An away game against Columbus is a tough game for any team coming here. So the way we played, I said to the guys just now, in possession, I wasn't really satisfied because we were losing too much energy, losing unnecessary possession too many times. But the way we played, especially out of possession through big periods of the game, that was very satisfying to see against a possession team, possession-based team like Columbus is. So I'm pretty happy with the performance, happy with the result, obviously, and it's a good start from coming from the break.
Christian Arnold.
Coach, good to talk to you again.
Hi, Chris.
I wanted to ask you about your reaction to the reception that Matt Freese got tonight. Obviously, there was a bit of booing. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say it was probably related to him being a visiting goalie, but also related to the World Cup performance. I'm just curious what your reaction was and if you kind of had a conversation with him after the match.
Nah, I think it speaks for itself, Chris. If you see how Matt performed tonight, he missed the pen late in the game just by a few inches. He's not worried about these things. He has to go through it. Everybody is apparently still very disappointed, either with the performance from the national team as one, and maybe in particular Matty's performance, given the last game that he played and what happened in that game. But that is something that Matty has to deal with, and he'll get through that with the support of everybody around him, but especially the locker room. So we're not worried one bit. We have his back always, and he knows this. And if you look how he played today, even though they were booing him, because it wasn't just a little bit, it was almost the whole stadium that was booing him, trying to get him off his game. But if you see, you look back how he handled himself, you can only give him a massive compliment for how he presented himself today.
And then, Coach, I just want to ask you a separate question, not necessarily related to the match, but there was a report yesterday that came out about Nico and sort of his alleged interest in wanting to be transferred elsewhere, and an apparent offer for him that was rejected by the club. I wanted to give you an opportunity to address that if you wanted to. Is there any truth to that? Do you want to address it at all?
Well, there's two things I want to say about this matter. First of all, if you look at the performance from Nico within the team he was playing today, which has been his team for over a year now, you can see where his mind is at. He had a tremendous performance, a huge impact on today's game also. You see a player that is performing for and with his team with a lot of energy, and that's what he's supposed to do. The other thing I would like to mention, he's a great player. So for great players with a lot of quality, there will be interest all the time. So that is something we have to get used to, apparently, and we'll deal with it like we always do.
But I guess I just want to make sure I'm clear on this. Are you aware that of either of those reports being true? Has Nico asked to be transferred out, or has there been an offer for Nico?
No, you like the answer I gave you just now. That is something that you have to keep in mind from my perspective and from my position. If you have any other questions about the window itself or transfer stories in general, those are the questions you have to ask Todd and not me.
I appreciate that, Coach. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Michael Ander.
Hey, Pascal, it's Mike Ander from Blue City Radio. Great result tonight.
Thank you, Michael.
Curious a little bit on your opinion of your team, but also on the opponent, Columbus. Just this has been a long break. Obviously, you guys played some friendlies in the off period. Mm-hmm. How you felt the response was from both teams being back on the field in competitive matches after 2 months.
Yeah, well, it was good to see the team be competitive again. Obviously, we've had our issues within the locker room, players that are not available at the moment. So we worked very hard to create the right chemistry going into the season or back into the season again. And you could see parts of this game that we are heading in the right direction, but there's also a lot of work still to be done if you look at this game from tonight. So in general, I'm satisfied being on the road, play against a team like Columbus, who was, in my opinion, one of the better teams in the league, especially if you look from a perspective in possession. Possession-based team, very solid, a lot of movement, interchanges. So you have to have your game on, especially when you don't have the ball yourself. But the other thing also showed today was that us in possession, we haven't showed our level what we're capable of just yet. So that is something we'll keep working on, and hopefully we'll do better in the next game.
Christian Henich.
Hi, Coach. I guess just building off that last answer, James came in at centre-back, and he's this quite unique profile. Mm-hmm. Does he help those attempts to improve possession and make things better on the ball?
Oh, for sure. If you look at Thiago and Jimmy as a pair today, and you look at what they delivered in possession and especially out of possession, was from a very high level tonight, given the fact that we have a lot of changes in the team, looking for the right chemistry in general, and see how they handle themselves, especially the flexibility and the hybrid positioning of Jimmy Sands was impressive for the first time. But that's how I've gotten to know Jimmy from the first day he was back in the building. Very open to learn, very aware of what is expected from him. And today was a good reflection of what we've been working on in the past few weeks.
Michael Allen.
Yeah, Coach, if I could just ask you one more question about the left back position tonight.
Yeah.
Just Cavallo, I think, was really good going forward and had to put in a real shift tonight.
Yeah.
And then later on in the game, you replaced him with Maximo Carrizo.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a position that you're toying with Carrizo back there as a backup for Cavallo while O'Toole's hurt?
Yeah, he's an option for sure. Maximo and myself, we've had several conversations coming back into the preseason to prepare the second half of the season, and Kevin O'Toole is not ready to play yet, so hopefully he'll be back soon. It looks good for him to join us shortly again. But until then, we have to have another solution when either Nico is not available or, like today, the tank was empty and he needed to be subbed off. And Carrizo has worked very, very hard in the past few weeks in order to get that position more in his system. So when the time was there, then it's his time to show in a competitive game what he's learned and what he's capable of and what the team needs at that moment.
Thank you, everybody.
Recording stop.